Hi, for this video what I want to do is show you how to use the double angle identities to find sine of 2x and cosine of 2x. So the two double angle identities that I'm going to use in this video are sine of 2x equals 2 sine of x times cosine of x, and cosine 2x is equal to cosine squared x minus sine squared x. For cosine 2x, there are other double angle identities that you could also use that would give you the same result. It's just a matter of preference of which one you like to use. So this is the one that I chose for this video. All right, so let's get started. We are given that sine of x is equal to 15 over 17 and that cosine x is a positive value. So what we want to do is we want to draw out our coordinate plane just to kind of help us visually see what's happening. Since sine is positive and cosine is also positive, that means that we are going to be working in quadrant 1. So in quadrant 1, I'm going to draw my right triangle so that I can find my value. So x is just talking about this angle measure right here. Remember that sine is the opposite over the hypotenuse. So that tells us that we know from this angle, that's always our reference angle that we use, is from the x-axis. The opposite is 15 and the hypotenuse is 17. And so what we need to do is we need to find this side here in order to be able to find cosine so that we can use these rules. Okay, so I'm just going to call this side A just so that we can find it. So we would just use Pythagorean Theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And since I'm solving for a, I can move the b squared over, so I really have a squared is equal to 17 squared minus 15 squared. And if we simplify this, 17 squared minus 15 squared does give us 64. And when we find the square root of 64, we end up with this side, where the adjacent side is going to be 8. Okay, so now we know that sine of our angle, and your angle could be theta, it could be A, it could be B, there's a lot of different variants that are used. So we have sine is 15 over 17, and we have cosine is going to be our adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 8 over 17. So now we can use our rules that I have listed above. So the first one that we want to find is we want to find sine of 2x. So recall that this is 2 times the sine of x. So I'm just going to replace the sine of x with what it's equal to, 15 over 17. Okay, and then for the next one, we would do times the cosine, which is 8 over 17. So there's not anything that I can simplify because 17 is prime, so there are no common values that I could simplify here. So we would simply just multiply this across. 2 times 15 is 30. 30 times 8 gives me 240. And 17 squared ends up giving me 289. Okay, so that is our first value, and now let's find our second one. So the second thing that we wanted to find was cosine of 2x. So for this one, we're going to use cosine squared x. So I'm going to start with 8 over 17 squared minus, for this one, we would do 15 over 17 squared. And we would simplify our values. Sorry, I went a little too far. Wasn't meaning to go that far. So then if we square this, we would end up with 64 over 289 minus 225 over 289. And since the second one is larger, we do end up with a negative value. So we would end up with negative 161 over 289. So the double angle of this, the sine of 2x, cosine 2x, so our angle would end up being in quadrant 2 since we end up with a positive sine value and a negative cosine value. All right, so let's do another one. This time the numbers aren't quite as nice as the first one, so let's go ahead and draw this out. For this one, we have tangent of x is equal to 4. So if you recall, tangent is opposite over adjacent. So since there is no value given, it's just understood to be 4 over 1. So if we draw our triangle, And the reason I'm drawing it in here, I forgot to reference this, is tangent is positive and cosine is positive. So we're going to be in quadrant 1. So our x value is going to be here. So our opposite side is going to be 4. Our adjacent side is going to be 1. So this time we are missing our c squared term. So we would say that c squared equals 1 squared plus 4 squared. So if we simplify this, we get 17, and then when we take the square root, our hypotenuse ends up being the square root of 17. And normally, if you were just looking for the sine of our x value, and we ended up with something like 4 over the square root of 17, we would need to rationalize the denominator. Because I'm going to be working with this, it's actually easier to leave it in this format, so I am going to break tradition and just leave it in this format. That way I don't have to reduce more later. Okay, so cosine of our x value would end up being 1 over the square root of 17. And like I said, normally I would rationalize the denominator if I was just looking for sine x and cosine x. But because of the rules that we are using above, and we are going to be multiplying our sine x times our cosine x, and we're going to be squaring our values, the radical will work its way out of the denominator anyway. And so instead of having to do unnecessary reducing later, I'm just going to leave it in the form that it is. Okay, so the first one that we're going to find is sine of 2x. And remember, with sine of 2x, we are going to do 2 times the sine of x times the cosine of x. So when I plug that in, I just have 2 times 4 over the square root of 17 times 1 over the square root of 17. And like I said before, the reason I left it in this form is because when I do the square root of 17 times the square root of 17, I just end up with 17 in the denominator. And then in the numerator, I would have 2 times 4 times 1. And so it just ends up making easier calculations. Had I rationalized the denominator here and then plugged it in, I would have had to reduce the 17s, and so there's extra work later. All right, one last thing that we're going to find is cosine of 2x. And so to find this, remember, again, we are going to use the rule cosine squared of x minus sine squared of x. So we would just plug in the values, and again, because we are doing 1 over the square root of 17 squared and 4 over the square root of 17 squared, the square roots will work themselves out. So when we simplify this, 1 over square root of 17 squared would just give us 1 over 17. 4 squared gives us 16, and then the square root of 17 squared again just gives us 17. So if we simplify this, we do end up with negative 15 over 17. And again, our double angle is going to be in quadrant 2 because of the fact that we have a negative cosine and a positive sine. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. If there are additional topics you would like for me to cover, please let me know that as well.